Once you perceive what lies beneath the surface, once you glimpse the truth behind the polite illusion, you are faced with a terrible choice. Do you speak or do you remain silent? If you speak, you disturb the dream. If you stay silent, you disturb your soul. This is not a simple dilemma. It's an ancient tension between truth and belonging, between authenticity and acceptance. When you speak, when you dare to name what others deny, you risk being cast out.
Know your enemies.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the America First Warehouse.
The most patriotic venue in all the land.
Hell yeah. This is episode 60, and this is crazy, man. I'm James Justice. We got Steve and Ruth over here. What are we doing, Steve?
Fighting!
Yeah. Hope everybody's having a good beginning of the week. As always, we have a vicious news cycle going on, and why not start with an event to have a little cheer and jolly spirits for the holidays. So we have the Family and Freedom Christmas concert going on Saturday, December 20th, 2025. And there's going to be Natasha Owens is coming over here, and she's going to be singing live. And if you ever heard that song, Trump Won, and you know it, we're going to have a little preview of it during the commercial. And yeah, so get your tickets at theamericafirstwarehouse.com. It's going to be an epic night. Make sure that you share it out with your friends and family. And let's share this podcast out so we fight these algorithms and censorship. And with that, let's get into the news. So we got Rob Reiner and his wife were murdered.
Terrible thing.
You know,
Tragedy.
We all know this guy was a dirtbag, and he didn't have anything really good to say about Trump and the rest of the people. But still, got to pay a little respects to somebody when they're murdered. And I heard it was done by his son, right? So let's pull up this picture of his son real quick. You could look in this guy's eyes and see that the lights are on and no one's home. You can skip to number 2. The lights are on and no one's home. Can we zoom in on his son's face and get like a close-up of that look? Because you could see he's got like not as bad as AOC.
Whenever anybody's murdered, you really don't want to disrespect them.
Yeah.
Especially if you're coming from a position like an executive position.
Yeah.
You want to just take the high road always. Always take the high road.
There we go. Look at these eyes, man. Like the lights are on and no one's home. You could tell obviously something's disconnected
yeah,
there.
look at that.
That's not, so.
Oh, yeah, he was tweaking.
So
But he also fried his brains. I guess he wanted probably something from his parents, and they didn't agree to give it to him. And who knows what the true story is? For all we know, he was part of the Hillary Clinton hit list.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. So Trump put out a tweet. And, Rob Reiner was always going after Trump with really, disgusting comments and stuff like that. But, Trump put out this tweet, and it got mixed emotions through everybody. Some people were like, yeah, we support it. He was basically saying that he suffered from Trump derangement syndrome.
I mean, at some point you have to wonder if everything we're seeing is scripted.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know, because things are weird.
The world
these
is
days,
a stage,
man.
exactly, and it just seems to me like everything is scripted to make us pay more attention to them rather than to the fact that it's becoming harder and harder to survive.
No, it is. It is. And, there's a lot of people in uproar about this whole tweet thing. And at the end of the day, I mean, it doesn't really make sense for everybody to argue about that when we have a lot more important issues going on in the country.
Sure.
And
well, Christmas is around the corner. I've been saying it all along that we don't want to look at it as like two different sides. We want to look at it as an opportunity to join sides.
Yeah, for once, could we come together as American people and put all the bullshit aside?
Exactly.
That's what needs to be done. It's just people need to listen and understand that we understand that the Democrats have been fed a wheelbarrow of BS.
And they're getting it every
For
day,
years
and they're
and
being
years and
programmed
years.
every day
You know,
from
and-
the mainstream.
And they need that programming broken. And it's not easy
And
to
it's
do.
not just the Democrats. The TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, goes both ways.
Yeah.
It absolutely goes both ways, and like we've talked about that, and we've had conversations about it, and people think that I'm trying to maybe pull people from one side to another. Or, it's not that. I just, when something's a certain way and I see it, it just.
You got to call it out for what it is.
I call it out, and a lot of people don't know it. And then when they learn it, they get angry about it. But in reality, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for President Trump, pardoning one of the most famous spies in history.
Oh my God.
I'm grateful for that because he deserved a second chance. Even if he did steal like hundreds of thousands of classified documents from the United States, at least Trump gave him a second chance. And the same thing with the ex-Honduran president.
Exactly. I actually have a picture of the spy guy. Let's pull up this picture.
Bring it up.
So this guy right here, his name is Avian Sella. He was basically charged. They tried to charge him with espionage and all these other stuff because he was giving out secrets to another guy named what was it?
Pollard. Yeah.
Pollard. Yeah.
We're talking about like the most famous spies in history.
Yeah, this guy was like out of a James Bond movie, giving away all of U.S. secrets and
not to mention the other people that were pardoned were also Bond villains. But we're grateful because I think that, myself being somewhat of a Bond villain, I deserved a second chance, and thanks to the Raimondo law firm and Billy Keon, I did get a second chance. So.
Hell yeah!
But actually, I just flip houses. But in reality, these guys did deserve a second chance. The ex-Honduran president, it was only 800,000 pounds of coke that he imported into the United States.
Yeah,
and
just 800.
It's only 800,000 pounds of coke, and I give him credit for trying.
One boat. You could fit that on one of those boats.
Yeah. So, I give him credit for
800,000
trying,
pounds of coke.
So at least he got a second chance. He could try again. And
let's go over the charges. Hold on. So we got this guy was charged with espionage in the United States, identified as handler in a foreign intelligence operation, conspiracy to commit espionage, recruitment and handling of a U.S. intelligent asset, which was Jonathan Pollard, the guy we were talking about. I think he's doing life. He's got 30 to life in prison for trading U.S. secrets. Receipt and transfer of classified U.S. defense information, the use of intelligence, tradecraft, and covert operational methods, causing diplomatic harm between the United States and Israel. This guy was giving all of our major secrets right into Israel, and what happened was...
And that's why I think he deserves a second chance. And I'm glad that he was pardoned because we're trying to create MAGA, and we're trying to make Israel great
charge
again.
him with the espionage crimes, he fled the United States and moved to Israel, and there's no extradition laws.
Okay, so Israel demanded his pardon.
Yeah, he's safe.
And Trump was like,
He's
fuck
safe
it.
and comfortable. Yeah, and then once he moved back there, he became a commercial airplane pilot, which is cool. He's flying around. All right,
good stuff.
And then for decades, the U.S. still maintained a warrant for his arrest.
But we could never extradite.
You can't go over there because that's the happy place, and once you get over there,
so we learned that
worry
Homeland
about
Security (DHS) is based out of Tel Aviv now.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
How
right?
crazy is that?
I know. Well, we're grateful. Thanks for hooking it up for us,
Yeah.
Thanks for watching over us.
It's going to be a good time. Like when Palantir fully takes over and we all have our digital social numbers.
I'm grateful.
It's going to be so good.
I'm grateful.
Yeah.
We're going to make Israel and America great again together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, President Trump, and thank you for giving the ex-Honduran president a second chance. Only 800,000 pounds of coke, but those little boats that you've been popping off the water, double tapping and whatever else.
Double tapping.
That's the real problem. But back to David Gentile. David Gentile defrauded 1.6 billion from investors, and he's also got.
Wasn't that like for nursing homes?
No, that was just
another guy,
regular
right?
investors. They were people like you and I, farmers, hardworking people, Americans. This guy, David Gentile, he defrauded investors of I believe he's a New Yorker. He defrauded investors of 1.6 billion. But he had a relationship with Netanyahu in Israel, so he got a second chance, and Trump pardoned him immediately. And I agree. I think that he deserved a second chance because, how are you supposed to say no to 1.6 billion,
Exactly.
So Trump probably, figured, he deserves a second chance.
Yeah, it was promised to him.
Maybe.
I think it was
probably.
promised. Yeah.
2,000 years ago.
Yeah.
The other thing was that there was a guy named, I don't remember his name, but he was a nursing home tycoon, and he lived out, or he lives in Israel, but he owns all these nursing homes in Arkansas, and he decided to take his employees' pensions, and they were ripe for the taking. It was like low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
So Trump gave him a pardon too.
It had to do with the he didn't pay the payroll tax for all of his employees, and then when he kept the money,
They
were
lost
like,
their
no,
pensions.
You gotta pay, and he's
Yeah.
like, I'm not paying, and then the employees lost their pensions.
The employees lost their pensions. So, like I said, he saw an opportunity. He took it. He took a shot. So Trump gave him a pardon. He was an Israeli cat, and we know, as everyone else knows, we're trying to make
At least it
Israel.
wasn't the auto pen.
At least it wasn't the auto pen making the pardon. So he's
legit.
He's doing it.
He's doing the damn
it.
thing.
He's making Israel great again, and we're gonna and it's the reconstruction of MAGA, but it's just a little different. It's just MAGA.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So, but yeah, fuck yeah.
America first, man. America.
And I was grateful because when I was on the ballot with Trump and I was out on bail for like 59 or 69 felonies for breaking red light cameras, Trump, he didn't pardon me, but I know, he might have thought about it.
He probably did.
Yeah.
He's like, you're the red light Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Why the hell wouldn't he want to pardon you?
I don't
He
know.
was just waiting for the big things to come. Like,
I don't know. Maybe he was jealous because I was getting a lot of attention or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe something.
Who knows? But anyway, thank you for pardoning all these Bond villains. We appreciate it. Coming.
Who are we gonna pick to actually be in the movies if we don't have the Bond villains out?
Yeah.
We need these characters. So another back to this promotion real quick. So we have a concert coming up. Natasha Owens is gonna be here. She's an award-winning artist, and she went like crazy viral with the song Trump Won and You Know It. So
she's going to be here on December 20th doing the Christmas concert, and I highly recommend it.
Yep.
It's going to be a good
Doors
time.
open 7 o'clock. Get your tickets, theamericafirstwarehouse.com, and you'll find out all your information over there. Just click on events, and it's going to be epic. But, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. So I hope everybody's having a good week. Make sure you share out this podcast because we are fighting censorship like nobody's business. After the new year, we're going to have an app launched, and we're going to be combating this head on. And, sometimes you got to grab the bull by the horns, and we're going to grab the bull, and we're going to just snap his neck.
So 2 days ago, there was in Bondi Beach, Australia, there was a mass shooting event.
Oh,
incident.
yeah. That's
And
crazy. We can get into that on the other side. We got like 50
we wanted to give a moment to
prayers
say,
to all those people.
yeah, prayers to all those people, respect, and may God bless you and your families. Anybody that's injured, hopefully you have a quick recovery. What I noticed about the shooter when I looked at the video.
Absolutely. We're about to go to break, but
Oh, we're
we'll
going to
see
break.
you on the
See you
other
in a minute.
side. We'll continue.
Most people think they have options when searching for the best deals when they travel. But here's the shocking truth. 100% of the major travel agencies are owned by just two entities, Expedia and Booking Holdings. They claim to offer the lowest rates, but due to the hotel rate parity agreement, they all have the same pricing, limiting genuine competition. When you book through these sites, you act as your own travel agent, but the profits are going to organizations that don't support our patriot values. We cannot allow that to continue. So, we decided to make travel great again by starting a US-based travel membership platform, mypatriottravel.com. We are patriots helping patriots. Together, we can disrupt the travel industry by not spending our hard-earned dollars supporting the radical left. For just $29.99 per month, you gain access to true wholesale rates on travel, saving you on average 35% and up to 65%. Book as often as you like, with no limits. Keep your hard-earned dollars in your pocket and spend them on things you need and want to support. Go to mypatriottravel.com/TAFW and grab your membership today. mypatriottravel.com/TAFW. Making travel great again.
Hey, fellow patriots, it's Cindy Gross here, host of Right for America, from your favorite place, the America First Warehouse. You've seen me show on my show so many products from this country's #1 most patriotic manufacturer with close to 400 products. You need to exchange the products you use in your house to this company and make your dollars count in our country.
I'm sure you guys remember the platinum single, Justice for All, with Donald Trump and the J6 Prison Choir. Well, get ready for round 2. We're coming out with Anthem of the Free with High Res and the J6 Prison Choir. It's coming out now. It's pre-sale until December 19th when it drops. Get yours on all platforms, Google Play, Apple iTunes. Get it. It's going to be hot.
Justice for all, our voices ring. The anthem of the free.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
All right. We are back at the America First Warehouse, the most patriotic venue in all the land. Yeah, baby. Let's go. So we're going to jump into a video. What happened? You got
I don't
no
know if
audio?
you have audio coming out of your mic. How's his audio over there?
Check.
Yeah, I got you now.
You hear me? All right. So we don't know what the hell's going on with New York, right? With the whole Mandami thing. The rumor has it he might not make it into the mayor position because he's got some allegations going against him that nobody really knows.
What type of allegations?
Like basically like finance fraud.
Oh, well, that's
political,
common practice.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah,
like common
I mean, we welcome everybody with open arms until they stab us in the back.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what do I want to say? Oh, yeah, so Bruce Blakeman's talking about running for governor now, right?
I saw that.
He's running for governor. So and I think James's opinion of that is Bruce and Nassau County Executive Branch, every time they charge us more than $50 for a red light camera ticket, it is a felony. And they've committed millions of felonies against the people of Suffolk and Nassau County. But as soon as Suffolk County got wind of that, the legislature backed right down to $50 because they knew that what they were doing was a felony and it was completely illegal. So we sued Nassau County in regards to that charging $150 when they were only allowed by Albany to charge $50, and we won $400 million. And on Bruce Blakeman's watch, they have not offered to pay a nickel. Matter of fact, they're fighting left and right to not pay a dime. So we know that under Bruce's watch, millions of felonies were committed against the residents of Nassau County with red light camera ticket overcharges. And Bruce has not made any effort to pay the $400 million back or to pressure the legislature to do so. So the people of Nassau County need to definitely grow some balls. You've been wronged by government. You don't do anything about it. You don't go to legislative meetings and say anything. I haven't seen a peep. But to anybody that in Nassau County thinking that it's a good thing about Bruce Blakeman running for governor, you are completely out of your minds.
Who the hell's going to take his place?
I don't know.
You're going to go. You're
I have
going to
no
jump
idea.
at the governor, and then who's going to take?
Yeah, what are you going to leave?
Nassau
Patrick
County?
Psycho Ryder? Come on.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Give me a break.
Makes
You
no
know,
sense.
basically, Bruce Blakeman, Patrick Psycho Ryder, these guys are criminals. They have committed millions of felonies against the people in Nassau County. At least when we got Ed Romanian, our cameras went bye-bye, and we saw a change. And I think that Nassau County has to demand more.
Yeah,
And-
they do. They got to step up to the plate, man. Just stand up for the taxpayers, stop getting ripped off, and put this thing to bed once and for all, and that's it.
Yeah,
know?
you got caught. It's millions of felonies that were committed against the people in Nassau County. It's called overstepping the enabling statute. They were enabled to charge $50. They charged $150. It's a felony. They lost $400 million in court. They won't pay it back. So, guys, don't think that you should be electing Bruce Blakeman. You're out of your freaking minds.
Yeah, man. Until they have somebody.
He's a sick Bond villain. He's a Bond villain. Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna run the clip 6 real quick, and this I don't understand what's going on in New York, right? So they basically the Jewish people were like, oh, if Mondami gets elected, it's the end for Jewish people, and it's going to be anti-Semitism.
And as soon as he got elected, they were like, yeehaw!
As soon as this guy got elected, they went running. I don't understand because they were putting out this strong message beforehand. Let's roll this clip I put together and watch this report. It's crazy.
What the hell?
Wait a minute.
Yep. What?
Wait a minute.
I don't get it, man.
That don't make no kind of sense.
That's what I'm saying.
I guess a lot of people are saying he's a plant.
I don't know. Look at this reception.
Yeah, it's amazing. But, you know, these people could be just, you know, welcoming him with open arms. Like,
I don't know. Let's see.
Well, I guess deep down I'm feeling a little confused.
Just a little bit confused.
Classic. Back to Bruce Blakeman for a minute. 50,000 tickets were given in only 2 intersections at $150 each. 50,000 red light camera tickets were given in only 2 intersections at $150 each. That's forgetting about all the other intersections. You guys are out of your minds. That's all I'm saying about Nassau County residents. You are out of your minds to not have fought this.
Yeah,
and to those who say, come to Nassau and fight for us, again, you are out of your minds.
This guy did it already. He already ate the felonies and did the charges and
5 years
put
of
his
felony
neck on the
court.
line
Not to
for
mention the 8
Suffolk
misdemeanors.
County.
Oh my God.
He's not going to do it again.
No.
So somebody else has to step up and take his place and do it for Nassau. And I'm not doing
During the time I caught
Because-
meningitis, I broke my leg, got 8 screws in a plate. Nassau, come on. It never stopped me. Right after surgery, I was back to the red light camera meetings and the legislature meetings, and thank God we had a couple of legislators like Anthony Piccarello and Rob Trotta helping us fight. And thank you, Angelo Veltri from Save Long Island and Save New York or whatever it is. Thank you, Angelo Veltri, as well. There was a lot of good people that came together, but Nassau County, pretty pathetic.
Yeah, I think New Yorkers are just, you know, like I don't know.
Lethargic.
They gotta step it up, man.
Very
They used to
lethargic.
be different. But let's roll this clip, man, because it feels like they forgot about 9/11 as well as they did their balls.
Finally, a president-elect. George W. Bush will become the 43rd president of the United States.
Apparently, a plane has just crashed into the World Trade Center.
We're going to take a look at videotape just moments ago of the second plane hitting the World Trade Center.
There has been another major explosion, this one in the nation's capital. There is smoke in the air.
We all know what happened.
We know what happened. We know about the art students.
We're getting information now that one of the other buildings, Building 7 in the World Trade Center
Why were art
complex, is
students
on
there
fire
for
and
months?
it's either collapsed or
Listen
is
to his
collapsing.
reaction. Watch this. He's like, what Building 7?
Building 7 I often hear about.
Right
A
here.
plane hit Building 7. Why did Building 7 come down? What do you tell people?
What is Building 7?
Or when it was a Building 5 or the building that wasn't hit by the plane? Building 7.
I have no idea. I've never heard that.
I got no idea. That's Donald Rumsfeld, man. I got no idea what's going on. This is a bomb drop. Listen.
Think tank that was around in the 90s and up through 2005 or 6. There were about 17 members of this so-called think tank who were in top positions in the Bush-Cheney administration. And a couple of these guys, Fife and Wolfowitz, had earlier worked for Benjamin Netanyahu in Israel and put out a paper that advocated the same kind of program that they then put out papers from PNAC advocating. That is intense nationalism and militarism and going after Middle Eastern states with aggressive wars. There are several key papers that they published, and the biggest one maybe was in 2000 called Rebuilding America's Defenses, as if they needed to somehow be rebuilt.
Look it up, guys. Look it up. Stop sitting on your hands and being soft.
This is being seen on Capitol Hill as another Pearl Harbor.
Same language used in the document.
Israel's former Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has publicly said the September 11th attacks have been good for Israel.
Yeah. So, we all know who the villains are,
Yeah,
man.
we know what happened. Another thing is, like, people say, why are you like pulling some sort of whatever? Why did I see a difference in my mentality? And that's because I see our president being disrespected.
Yeah.
And
we don't want to see Trump disrespected.
Yeah, I don't want to
anybody.
I don't want to see our president disrespected. And that's basically what I'm seeing by Israel and Netanyahu. So with that, we're going to talk a little more about this, our upcoming guest.
Yeah, so I got Jake Lang coming on the last segment, and he's going to be giving us an update of what's been going on with him and his movement. He was in Plano, Texas over the weekend, marching around. He had a pig head with the Quran in the mouth and got a lot of...
he's out of his mind.
A lot of attention over it.
Yeah, he's definitely good at getting attention. He's and he got in front of the legislature and he gave him a piece of his mind, boy. I'm sure we'll end up playing a clip of that. That was insane. But he's very articulate. He presents himself, pretty well. And a lot of people talking about him right now. But we want to see a ceasefire in Gaza, and we want to see peace in Gaza. We don't want to see any more of the genocide. And that's really what sparked the change in attitude on my part. And until I see respect for our president, and until I see the preservation of life, there's not going to be a change on my end. I don't owe any allegiance to anybody. I paid my dues. And, I did it alone. Many times I was at court, nobody was there with me. And when they told me, 15,000 in damages for red light cameras that they were asking for 180 originally, and when they eventually told me I had to pay 15,000, I cut the check. I paid it, and I did my time, and I paid my dues, and I ran for office while I was out on bail for felonies. So when people want to come and say, why are you suddenly changing your opinion or changing your tone, that's my right. That's my right, and I give you guys the truth, and you just can't open your mind. Use your head.
Yeah, it's like beating a dead horse, man.
Yeah, don't keep asking me what's the change or why am I. It's not about anything. We want to see our president respected. We want to see the preservation of life. And we see a massacre of children. And when Trump says to stop it, they don't stop it. They just keep going. And then they bomb Qatar and other countries. And they keep it going. And we're going to be their number one ally. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You go to Europe, people are going to slash us. We go to Europe, we go to Italy, we go to Germany, we go to France. We're getting slashed.
Yep.
Let's be realists. You can't go there anymore because of this.
Yeah. Yep.
Because we funded a genocide.
Yep.
And that's what it boils down to.
Missiles.
Trump told them to stop already. They can't stop. So Trump gives them another $60 billion. All right? So until we see respect for our wishes as American citizens, it's not going to change. So.
Yeah. But yeah, man.
Listen to us, the people.
America first, America only, and that's what we need to get back to. The Constitution and get back to business.
Stop giving them billions. Stop giving away our money. We need it.
Let's fix home first. We got veterans with no homes, man.
Exactly.
Let's go. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
You noticed your money just doesn't stretch like it used to? Your paycheck feels lighter, and your savings aren't growing. The culprits? Inflation and increased money supply. They've both been quietly eating away at your purchasing power for years. Today, the dollar's value has dropped significantly. You feel it every time you spend money on goods and services. Back in 1965, $1 or an ounce of silver could buy you a gallon of milk. Fast forward to today. That same dollar barely buys a couple of coffee creamers, while an ounce of silver would get you 8 gallons of milk. Gold and silver have held their value for centuries. If you had 2,500 ounces of silver back in 1965, you could buy a brand new Ford Mustang. Today, 2,500 ounces of silver would buy you 2 Mustangs. Similarly, in the year 2000, 628 ounces of gold would buy a new $170,000 home. Today, 628 ounces would buy you a $2,500,000 home. The problem? 95% of Americans don't own physical gold or silver. They think it's too complicated and too expensive, but it doesn't have to be. We offer a membership program that allows you to buy gold or silver with as little as $1. You can buy fractional amounts, safely vault them, or have them delivered to your doorstep, and you can liquidate them whenever you want at the highest buyback price in the industry. Ready to protect your wealth and keep your purchasing power? Scan the QR code or go to tafw.soundmoney.com to learn more.
Join us for the Family and Freedom Christmas Concert at the America First Warehouse, featuring Natasha Owens, award-winning artist and singer-songwriter of the viral hit Trump Won. An unforgettable night of powerful music, patriotic spirit, and Christmas celebration. Bring your family, bring your friends, and come celebrate the values that unite us this Christmas at the America First Warehouse.
It's me, Joe the Box. And I'm John the Blanket with the America First podcast.
That's what I'm talking about. The Fred Rubino podcast coming to you from the America First Warehouse.
Welcome to Right for America. Issues that unite, don't ignite.
I'm James Justice. We got Steve and Ruth over here. What are we doing, Steve? Fighting!
Welcome to the Patriots podcast. Good evening, everyone. We live stream every Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. right here from the America First Warehouse, the most patriotic venue in all the land.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the On the Right Side podcast here at the America First Warehouse in Long Island, New York.
Welcome to Liberty's Cage, the podcast tearing down the walls of America's broken justice system.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Downey Jr. podcast. Be free, stay free.
Welcome to Suffocating in Suburbia with me, your host, Stevie GB.
All right. We are back at the America First Warehouse. James Justice, Stephen Ruth, episode 60. This is crazy, man. These episodes are flying. So now we're about to get into some World Economic Forum news. Let's hear what these guys are talking about. Roll the clip. It's coming.
Wrote in 2015 the book, The Fourth Industrial Revolution. And I mentioned 23 or 24 technologies which will change the world, like crypto and so on and so on. The book was considered science fiction. All those technologies have become reality, and there are new technologies. And I would say we are in the second minute, or whatever we want to call. We are at the beginning. When you look at it, at technology transformation, it usually takes place in the terms of an S-curve. And we are just now where we move into the exponential phase. And I agree. Artificial intelligence, but not only artificial intelligence, but also the metaverse, new space technologies, and I could go on and on, synthetic biology. Our life in 10 years from now will be completely different, very much affected, and who masters those technologies in some way will be the master of the world. Now, what does it mean for governments and for government officials? 4 things. First, since we speak about a transformation process, we have to be ambitious in our thinking. How do we want to come out at the end of this transformation process? And we have to see the opportunities, because we, through joint efforts, we could really make this world a better place by using the capabilities we have. So,
all right, you can cut him off. This guy's disgusting. So we also have, I have another video, right? That's him flapping his gums about how they're going to be the rulers of the world. He's no longer the chairman of the World Economic Forum. There's somebody else in the spot, but he's the architect of the World Economic Forum. And I have another clip here of him talking about how there's going to be massive blackouts. Run that.
Pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack.
Yeah, so that's Klaus Schwab on the cyber attack, and now I have another clip of him talking about controlling our brainwaves. Roll that one.
But can you imagine that in 10 years when we are sitting here, we have an implant in our brains, and I can immediately feel, because you all will have implants, and we measure your brain waves, and I can immediately tell you how the people react, or I can feel how the people react to your answers. Is it imaginable?
Yeah, could you imagine? I could just know how
serious bond.
Yeah, dude, these people are dead serious, and like everybody takes it as a joke, like ha ha ha, Klaus Schwab. Yo, they are literally looking into hacking your brains and knowing all of your thoughts and information, so nothing is private, and then they're gonna charge you with thought crimes. Yo, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But here's the World Economic Forum chief scientist, Noah Yuval Harari. These are the top 5 craziest things that he said. Roll it.
What do we need humans for? Or at least, what do we need so many humans for?
Do you have an answer in the book?
At present, the best guess we have is keep them happy with drugs and computer games.
Most people will be willing to give up their privacy in exchange for much better healthcare, based on 24 hours monitoring of what's happening inside their bodies.
Humans are now hackable animals. This soul or spirit, and they have free will, and nobody knows what's happening inside me. That's all. The real aim of science as a project, as an establishment, is not truth, it's power.
The idea of the social credit is to monetize everything, to give value to every single thing you do in life. It's a function of service.
Yep. So they want to put a price on every single thing you do in life and have it tied to your social credit score. So every little increment of every movement you do is judged, weighed, and deducted, whether you're a good slave or not.
And Nassau County, we know, is just going to roll right over for that.
And they want us to eat bugs, too. So let's throw this other clip on of how they want us to eat bugs. And it's pretty nasty. That should be clip 12.
Europe is now officially eating the bugs. The European Union has officially enacted a statute allowing food producers to incorporate cricket powder into flour-based products: bread, crackers, cereal bars, biscuits, beer-like beverages, chocolate, soups, sauces, a bunch of other items. They just grind up the crickets, guts, and excrement and all, and then pack them into your food.
Yummy.
Now, it is not exactly mandatory, but it kind of is, because many, if not most people, are going to end up eating the bugs without even knowing it. Think about all the bizarre junk that is already packed into your food. Seed oils, preservatives, polysyllabic chemicals that most people can't even pronounce,
exactly,
let alone identify.
You could cut this one off.
Now they're adding
Exactly.
crickets.
So now that you hear that, you know, they're going to start doing this overseas, well, let's just see the process that goes through to make this cricket powder. Run clip 13. This is disgusting.
I'm really excited because yesterday's harvest of crickets was
He looks like a normal
successful.
liberal, too.
I've got a few here that I've dried out, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to turn these into a protein powder. Now, I like to wear a face mask when I'm working with food.
Of
I know
course
it's not
you
strictly
do,
necessary,
you cuck.
But I think hygiene
Yo, he's got a
is
tray
important.
full of
So I've
crickets.
got these
There's
dry
about
crickets
10,000
here,
crickets
and I just put
on his
these
tray
in
of
the mill.
tinfoil.
Put this
He just
on
dumped
the
them in a
top.
thing. He's grinding them up. Oh my God.
That's really good. This makes such a beautiful fine powder. And it actually smells really nice. So this
How
is
do you smell with your mask on, buddy?
nutritious, high quality protein powder. It's 69% protein if it's dried properly, and it's really high in omega-3, omega-6, B12. It's got all 9 essential amino acids. Its bioavailability is the same as chicken.
Oh, it's the same as
fantastic.
chicken.
You can bake with it, put it in biscuits, you name it, and that's what I'm going to be doing over the next few days.
Well, we're going to have Dr. Robert
I
Malone
found
on.
that interesting.
Oh my God!
We'll
All
talk
right.
to Dr. Robert Malone about that.
Yeah,
see what he says.
So next week we got Dr. Robert Malone coming on. We've had some really powerful stuff taking place over at HHS. We got the Hep B removed from the childhood vaccine schedule. A lot more of those to come.
Yeah, he's a super cool guy, and he's very informative, and he's easy to talk to.
Yeah, and I don't think he's eating cricket powder. I'll tell you that
I don't think
much.
he's in favor of cricket powder. We asked him about the poultry vaccinations for bird flu, the mRNA vaccinations, and he said, "I don't eat that. I wouldn't eat today's poultry. I would raise my own chickens."
He said basically watch your food you eat and get it from a source that you know. But this whole cricket powder thing, all right, so it sounds good. Oh yeah, it's high in omega-3s and it's got all this protein and this and that. But what they don't tell you is that the exoskeleton of the cricket itself causes massive inflammation in the human body.
Wow.
Yeah, massive inflammation, like on all your joints, your head, everything.
Incredible.
And they're probably going to start putting this in all the food, and then they're going to start selling inflammation pills with Big Pharma to go, hey, are you feeling inflamed?
I think that's ibuprofen. It's anti-inflammatory.
Yeah, but they're going to have some other shot coming out probably. That's going to be in the microneedle array system patch.
Wow.
Yeah. They got one of those things for everybody, man. I'm telling you. So we have quite the fight on our hands. If you don't want to eat bugs and you don't want to go along with this stuff and take mandatory vaccines every single year, because if you go on the CDC schedule, right, go on the CDC website, go look up the adult vaccination schedule. They have it. It's right there. Just go to the CDC, type in, adult vaccination schedule, and they actually have a bunch that you didn't get yet that you're going to need to get because you got to be compliant. There's a lot on there, man.
Yeah, if you want to travel, they're going to make you compliant.
If you think that the childhood vaccination schedule is funky,
but not to worry, you won't be able to travel if we kill some more kids. We're not going to be able to leave our backyards because we're not going to be able to go to Europe. We're not going to be able to go to Mexico.
Yeah, it's all going to be shut down.
We'll always be able to go to the Dominican Republic, though, because the Dominican Republic, that's different. But
the digital ID is coming.
Oh yeah,
it's coming. You can't even fly. I think effective in May.
I have the real ID.
Yeah, if you don't have a real ID, you're not flying. You're not getting on a plane, which is what against the Constitution, man. We have a right to travel.
Oh yeah.
So what?
Gavin Seam's been saying that forever.
Yeah.
That migration and travel is constitutionally protected.
It is. It is. We shouldn't have to have a driver's license. Yes, you need to know how to drive, but you shouldn't have to contract with the state to be on the roads to travel in your own personal conveyance.
Well, we know the whole insurance thing is crazy. Like they just keep raising our rates and raising our rates and raising our rates. And same thing with homeowners insurance. It's just gotten out of control and it's unaffordable.
We're just going to have to start eating cricket powder and all that goes away. It all goes away.
You don't need homeowners insurance unless you have a mortgage. If you don't have a mortgage, you don't need to carry homeowners insurance. The problem is what happens if something like a fire or a trip and fall,
Yeah.
But it's just they're making it unaffordable. And they're also making it so that you have to carry less and less of this coverage in order to afford what you are carrying.
Exactly.
When you do have a claim, they deny it.
Yeah. They don't make it easy at all. I mean, everything's a hula hoop. Everything's a tax. Everything's a payment. Everything's a fine. Everything's a fee. And, by the end of the day, they just leave the average citizen.
It's a slave system.
They don't care.
It's a slave system. They're taking all of the happiness, all of the ability to survive away from us.
We want to get back to America first, American prosperity, the American dream, where you could buy a house, you work for a couple years out of high school, and you put a down payment on a house. But with that, we'll be back with Jake Lang on the other side of this break. I'll see you in a little bit.
Stay tuned.
You've worked hard and saved, but inflation and increased money supply are eroding your buying power. Protect and grow your wealth with physical gold and silver. Sound Money. With a Sound Money wallet, your wealth stays in your control. Buy fractionally, vault securely, ship directly, and instantly liquidate your gold and silver at the highest buyback price in the industry. Real money, real ownership. Visit tafwsoundmoney.info or scan the QR code and start securing your financial future today.
The America First Ultra MAGA Store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA Store.
America First Warehouse. Live at the America First Warehouse on a Friday, Real America's Voice, all across the country, 103.9 LI News Radio, all across your radio, Suffolk County, Long Island. Glad you're in.
Corporate transfer, fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
America First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country.
All right. We are back. Merry Christmas. 'Tis the season to be jolly. We are back at the America First Warehouse. So, what up, everybody? So, we're just waiting to confirm our guest is online, and we're going to bring him on. And, yeah, man. So, a lot of stuff. I hope everybody's got their Christmas shopping halfway done, at least, because it's coming quick. It's coming real quick.
Yeah, I got to go out and get my girlfriend something. Stay out of the doghouse, you know?
Yeah, man, you always got to stay out of the doghouse.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah,
just thinking about taking her to Vegas.
Do it. Take her over to the
either that, Dominican Republic,
where'd I
something
go to
good.
over there? It was pretty cool. Excalibur.
Yeah?
Excalibur was pretty cool. It's like they have the knights
I
fighting
saw that.
and all that stuff.
And they have the pirate ship and stuff.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I spent a couple weeks out there when I was doing music.
I'm not a big gambler. I gamble on real estate.
I hate losing money. I don't gamble.
I don't blame you.
I don't gamble at all.
I gamble on real estate. I lose enough there.
Yeah.
Every time I have a hard eviction, it doesn't get any easier in Suffering County.
Well, yeah. Did the Indian Reservation want to build a casino?
Yeah, I think
in Puspatuck or Shinnecock?
Shinnecock. They've been trying for years. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but it would be very interesting if it did.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I know they were giving them a problem about those signs, those big LED boards.
They were
have
giving
up
them
there.
big problems with those signs. I don't know what the deal is with that.
Suffolk County was trying to say that, that's on their property and they're not allowed because of the code enforcement. And the reservation was like, yo, kick rocks, dude. That's on tribal land. You have nothing to do with that. And they're like, what? And then they won in court. So they ended
the
up.
Indians?
Yeah, when they put the first one up. So
they were running it off of generator power for a while, I heard.
What were they, like 25 feet, 30 feet?
Oh, they're big.
Tall?
They're LED, digital, crazy looking signs. Really cool. Really cool looking signs.
Yeah, so they ended up winning the case in court that it's on tribal land, that they have no jurisdiction. They could put up whatever the hell they want over there. And they ended up getting the contracts for all the major hospitals. So they're getting paid massive amounts of money to promote Lagoon Health and Northwell and all of those, man, like in all the major companies.
Well, not to mention when they sell weed on the reservation, they don't have to pay property tax. They don't have to pay sales tax. They don't have to pay the New York State extra tax. So the Indians really got it going on over there. I mean, half of them probably really aren't Indian, but whatever.
I think our guest is in there. Let's welcome
Jake Lang.
Jake Lang. I just had a brain fart.
Merry Christmas to you
Christmas. We can say it again.
Let's get his audio up. Can we get his audio up?
Yeah.
Jake, can you give us some audio?
Yeah, there we go. That's it, man. I see you making a lot of waves out there, man.
We have no audio out here.
Worldwide right now.
We have no audio out here.
Yeah, there we go. They're raising up the audio. Ho, ho, ho.
Merry Christmas to you too, Jake.
Hell yeah. So, yeah, man. So now that I got you on, I have so many people asking me the questions of are you a Mossad agent?
I was expecting much more for that one. No, it's actually preposterous that people would try to kind of disenfranchise this movement. These bleacher creatures who know nothing about sacrificing for their country, and they sit here and they try to pull apart every man. And that's one of the problems with the conservative movement. You never see the leftists doing this circling fire energy that we have. We are destroying our own greatest leaders, every single one of us. I mean, you know, I don't care if it's Nick Fuentes, Candace Owens, Ben Shapiro. It seems that every single conservative leader has more attacks coming at them from inside their own movement than from the left. And, you know, we're suffering from that even in my camp. But I think the real American patriots understand, you know, when you go through 4 years and 6 days in prison like I did, I mean, we rucked it up. I got 9 assault charges on January 6th. I was seen with a baseball bat, a riot shield. I didn't bring those things. That fight came to me. They attacked me and my people. I stuck up for the American people. I saved 2 people's lives that day. I suffered years in prison for it. And now I'm out here fighting for Austin Metcalf, Irina Zarewski, and, you know, all of the anti-Islamification efforts that we're doing. So my resume is about as deep as it can possibly get as an American patriot. And if people are going to try to pull apart me and my movement, a 5-year born again Christian, baptized dozens of men inside prison, then they're willing to pull apart anybody. And it's just really, really disgusting to see that people are willing to try to destroy what we're building on kind of to try to make a name for themselves and attack me. It's stupid and it's preposterous.
The only thing they have is the picture before you converted to Christianity when you were with the wall, and they keep recycling it over and over.
I was a Christian even at that point, but I was just on a family vacation. You know, the implications of being at the Western Wall 10, 12 years ago when I took that photo are not the same as the implications as they are today. You know, when you were out there in Israel 10, 12 years ago and you're at the Wailing Wall, I was with my family. It's not like some act of fidelity towards the Israeli government that, today it would be perceived as. Back then, you had every type of Christian creed and color there, with the same exact place where Jesus had railed against the Pharisees. And it was at kind of a moment of, even a Christian way that many Christians have been out there. But nowadays, we see it as that's showing fidelity to the Israeli shadow government, the deep state. So if you were to go do that now as a conservative influencer, it would be highly frowned upon, right? But back then, it was just seen of a Christian thing to do, to go to Israel. We had many people. I saw Pastor Todd White, dozens of Christians go get baptized in the Jordan River, right? Go do the holy walk in Jerusalem. And it wasn't perceived as like, I'm an Israeli first Mossad, kind of bought, paid for shill. Back then, it was just like a Christian, thing to do. So I actually never identified with my Jewish half of my mother's side. I've never been in a Jewish temple before. I was born and raised Irish Catholic, First Holy Communion, confirmation, baptism, the whole entire 9 yards. So for me, I didn't see it as like, 10 years from now, all these, right-wing activists are going to be screaming at me that I at one point visited Jerusalem. So, for me, I wouldn't go there nowadays and do it because the optics of it show some type of duality of allegiance. And I don't have a duality of allegiance. I'm America first, America only. I don't give a fuck about Palestine. I don't give a fuck about Israel. I care about what's happening here in the home front. So, nowadays I wouldn't do that.
Exactly. And do you?
Where are you right now, anyway?
I'm here in Philadelphia at the Christmas market. Me and my fiance running around here in this beautiful city in the motherland of American patriotism and freedom.
Absolutely. So, do you think the Muslim threat is as big of a threat as Israel infiltrating our government positions?
downstream issues, right? You have the Lutheran Church, the Israeli NGOs, non-government organizations, the Israeli blackmail campaign from the actual government there, and Qatar and CCP China. I would say that all of them are working together. Some of them are downstream from the other ones. You say the mass migration would be a downstream issue from this New World Order, Rothschild, Rockefeller, central banking system, false Jews that are pushing this mass migration on America. So they're not one of them is not a bigger problem than the other. They're downstream issues. So a lot of people are just trying to focus on the subtle subversive problem of the Jewish false Jewish identity that is pushing this mass migration on the West. But I'm also focusing on that as well as the actual problem that's here in the faces of the Americans, which is the brownification of our country. It is very, so there are many people that sit and they devote their time to exposing this mass migration problem, which is promoted by, like I said, some of those Qatar, China, and Israel, right? And also the Lutheran Church and the Catholic Church has a lot of NGOs. You can focus on the upstream issues, which is what a lot of people do, but they're harder to touch as a man that's out on the street, right? As a freedom fighter, it's much harder to touch those issues. But as a man who just wants to say, today I'm going to do something that's going to change my environment, you can go out and personally protest and fight against the brownification of your country. You don't have to have some type of deep internal, tie into, the Mossad, intelligence structure. As a man,
the white race is
these Indians and Pakistanis to the South Americans to the Muslims, get the fuck out of my country. I don't need to have some deep intelligence operation to do that. So for me, it's easier as a man to just go out and push against these people, and we can obviously spread awareness of these other type of more insidious, more subtle, subversive type of enemies. But the enemies that I know personally are here on the street. I see them. They're attacking white women. They're lighting them on fire. They're stabbing them in the throat like Irina Zarusky. So I'm going to fight this battle from the top to the bottom in any physical way and any spiritual way and any social way as possible by exposing the enemy. So, for me, it's just easier as just a man without any connections to anything, just a man who got let out of prison by President Trump. Let me go and bring 200-300 brave Americans and march down the street, go outside a mosque and tell them to get the fuck out of my country. That's something that I could do that's practical.
I know that a lot of Muslims love Jesus, though. Did they tell you that? Or I know they named their kids Jesus.
We got about 30 seconds left.
Did they tell you they love Jesus or no?
Well, they love a false Jesus. The Jesus of the Bible is not the Jesus of the Quran. The Jesus of the Bible died for our sins, was resurrected on the third day, and is coming back as Lord and Savior. The Jesus of the Quran is a false, kind of a reformed false Jesus. So I love the Jesus of the Bible, the one who died for my sins and who is God in the flesh, Emmanuel. And so I'm not going to, these Muslims say they love. But who do they love? They love Allah too, and Allah is not God. He's another false God. So, they don't love the same God. They don't love the same Messiah. They don't have anything to do with us. They are a group of people that can never, ever assimilate, and they have shown themselves to be horrible neighbors.
It's a Christian nation, and we're going to keep it a Christian nation, and we're going to fight for it to be a Christian nation. We're going to reschedule you, get you on for some more time another night. But,
Merry Christmas, and thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, brother.
You better come up to New York. Tell them.
America First Warehouse. You guys are great patriots. If you want to support what we're doing, go to PlanoMarch.com. Plano, PlanoMarch.com. We have a lot more Christian marches, Christian crusades coming. So get tuned in, guys. God bless America. Thank you.
Awesome. God bless.
Take it easy. Merry Christmas. Thank you again.
And with that, guys, we will see you on episode 61. We are out of here.